Oh, look at these two. All right, come on. You're okay? Oh, what? Either they're having an affair or they're just very shy.
It all started on a Friday night. The kind of night where the energy in the air feels electric, where music floats through the sky and thousands of people scream lyrics at the top of their lungs. Coldplay was performing in San Francisco. The stadium was packed, lights were flashing, and in the middle of all that joy and chaos, a moment happened that would spiral into one of the biggest public downfalls the tech world has seen in years. A kiss. Just one kiss. But not the kind that gets forgotten. The kind that gets captured, uploaded, and watched over 10 million times before sunrise. In the VIP section that night sat Andy Byron, CEO, billionaire, tech genius, and a man the world believed had it all. But when the kiss cam landed on him, and he turned to the woman next to him, not his wife, and kissed her without hesitation, everything started to unravel. It wasn't a long kiss, just enough to make the crowd cheer, but enough to light a match on his entire life. People watching the live stream noticed first.
Whoever wrote the post was believed to have also attended the concert in Boston, and it sure seems that he or she works at the company. They knew Kristen Cabot's precise title in HR, and they also knew that both executives are married.
Wait, isn't that Andy Byron? Someone tweeted, posting a blurry screenshot. It didn't take long for the internet to do what it does best. Within an hour, users matched the man in the clip to his LinkedIn headshot. Others pointed out his signature watch, the one featured in GQ just months ago. It was him, no doubt. At first, it seemed like it would blow over. Celebrities do questionable things all the time, right? But Andy Byron wasn't just some Hollywood star. He was a respected CEO, married to Eleanor Byron, a philanthropist and fashion icon, known just as much for her humanitarian work as for her elegance. They were considered the ultimate power couple, the kind of duo that made people believe in perfect partnerships. But that illusion cracked the second that kiss went viral. Eleanor hadn't been at the concert. She hadn't been on social media that weekend either. But once the clip made its rounds on TikTok and Twitter, the fallout was immediate. Fans rushed to her Instagram. They scrolled through photos of her and Andy on yachts, at charity balls, kissing under fireworks. And then they noticed something chilling. Her most recent post, a wedding anniversary message, was gone. Deleted. By Monday morning, the headlines started pouring in. CEO Andy Byron caught kissing mystery woman on Kiss Cam. $100 million tech mogul sparks scandal at Coldplay concert. Business blogs picked it up next. Stockholders started to panic. Andy's company, a rising star in the AI sector, had recently closed a major funding round. Now, reporters were calling board members for comment. Investors were asking for meetings. Then, Eleanor broke her silence. In a single, cutting post, she wrote, "Some betrayals don't need words. They speak for themselves. No names, no tags." But the message couldn't be clearer. Within 24 hours, she filed for divorce. And that's when the real chaos began. Court documents leaked almost instantly. Eleanor Byron was seeking $35 million, not just in cash, but assets. The Lake Tahoe mansion, the Manhattan penthouse, a significant portion of shares in Andy's tech firm. She claimed public humiliation, emotional damage, and betrayal beyond repair. The internet ate it up. Gossip sites posted minute-by-minute breakdowns. Legal experts appeared on YouTube explaining the implications of California's divorce laws. Meanwhile, Andy tried to get ahead of the damage. But his first move backfired spectacularly. He issued a public statement through his lawyer, claiming financial strain, citing economic downturns, legal costs, and business pressures. He told the court he was functionally broke. Broke? The man had just purchased a $7 million art installation 2 months ago. People were furious. TikTok creators stitched his statement with sarcastic comments. One creator posted a parody video of Andy saying, "I only have 3 private jets now." Hashtag billionaire broke started trending. But that wasn't even the craziest part. Internet sleuths began digging into the identity of the woman from the concert. Her face wasn't clearly visible in the video, but someone eventually matched her tattoos to older photos. Valentina Cruz, a 29-year-old marketing executive. Stunning. Ambitious. And this was the kicker, a former intern at Andy's company. Old office party photos began to surface. Valentina next to Andy. A little too close. People who claimed to be former employees came forward anonymously, saying the two had always seemed friendly, but no one expected this. Suddenly, the story shifted from an embarrassing kiss to a potential workplace affair. HR blogs picked it up. The board of Andy's company issued a statement. "We are conducting an internal review of recent events." Andy's position was under fire. Anonymous sources claimed the board was considering removing him to protect the company's reputation. Investors were threatening to pull funding. One venture capital firm issued a vague tweet. "Leadership matters. Integrity more so." The subtext was obvious. While Andy's world was collapsing, Eleanor was rising. She gave a short, powerful interview to a women's magazine. Dressed in all black, she said, "Sometimes losing someone means finding yourself again." People rallied behind her. Brands sent her flowers. Designers offered her gowns. She became the face of grace under pressure. Valentina, on the other hand, tried to stay silent. But she posted a cryptic story on Instagram, a picture of a burning rose with the caption, "Let them talk." That didn't help. It only fueled the fire. Comments exploded. She locked her account within hours. As divorce proceedings ramped up, things got messy. Eleanor's legal team claimed Andy had moved large sums of money offshore before the filing. Andy's lawyers denied it. But leaked emails showed that just weeks before the concert, he had liquidated several stocks and moved the funds into trust accounts. Whether that was shady or just strategic, no one knew. But public opinion didn't wait for facts. Then came the bombshell. A leaked voicemail, allegedly from Andy to a friend, saying, "It wasn't even supposed to be public. It was just a kiss. I didn't think she'd take it this far." People were stunned. That line, "I didn't think she'd take it this far," was repeated everywhere. On Twitter, in reaction videos, even printed on protest signs outside his company's headquarters. The scandal reached Capitol Hill. A congresswoman tweeted, "When billionaires play with power, it's always the women who pay the price." Hashtags like #JusticeForEleanor and #HowCrash began trending. News anchors debated whether a personal scandal should affect a CEO's position. Ethics experts weighed in. Corporate watchdogs called for transparency. Andy's company lost millions in stock value in less than a week. He stepped down temporarily, but most believed it was permanent. A new CEO was appointed. The company tried to rebrand, but the damage was done. The name Andy Byron was now more associated with betrayal than innovation. Weeks passed, but the public remained obsessed. Documentaries were pitched. Podcasts launched episodes titled "The Kiss That Cost $35 million." Andy was spotted alone in a coffee shop, looking thinner, less put together. Paparazzi captured the photo and splashed it everywhere, from billionaire to broken. Meanwhile, Eleanor bought a new home in Napa Valley. Quiet, peaceful. She started a foundation for women in tech. Her first speech, "I once thought silence was strength. Now I know, sometimes, speaking up is the real power." The kiss that started it all faded from headlines, but its effects lingered. People questioned how a single moment could ruin an empire. But maybe it wasn't just one moment. Maybe it was years of ego, unchecked power, and believing you're untouchable. Andy Byron learned that the hard way. And for the rest of us watching, it wasn't just a scandal. It was a front row seat to a billionaire's downfall, like watching a luxury jet nosedive in slow motion. A reminder that no matter how many zeros are in your bank account, no one is immune to human weakness. No amount of money, power, or private islands can save you when your own ego becomes your worst enemy. We all saw it. The charm, the charisma, the media-perfect smile. The kind of man who could walk into a boardroom and make billion-dollar deals before lunch, then fly across the world for dinner under candlelight in Paris. But behind all the glamour, there was something darker simmering. Unchecked pride, hunger for control, and a reckless belief that rules didn't apply to him. And then it happened, the kiss. Just one kiss. A seemingly small moment, caught on camera, frozen in time. A whisper of lips that screamed betrayal. The kind of mistake that seems harmless for a second until it detonates like a bomb. That kiss wasn't just infidelity. It was a catalyst. It cracked open a carefully curated empire. Stocks dropped. Trust shattered. PR teams scrambled like headless chickens. Lawyers prepped statements. Damage control turned into full-blown crisis mode. And suddenly the man who once ruled empires with a nod was just another headline. Billionaire loves scandal rocks industry. And us. We watched it burn frame by frame. Not out of hate, but because deep down we knew, even the powerful bleed. Behind every flawless photo was a ticking time bomb. Maybe it was just a kiss, or maybe the final crack in a love long dead. Empires don't explode. They rot quietly, behind tailored suits and rehearsed smiles. That kiss? Just the spark. The real fire was pride, secrets, ego. So tell me, did Andy fall, or was he already crumbling? Let's hear it. Was it betrayal? Karma? Or a long time coming? Drop your thoughts in the comments, no holding back. Was your jaw on the floor too? Or was this classic rich people drama we saw coming a mile away? Smash that like button if you're still reeling, and subscribe, because trust me, this isn't the last twist in this high society soap opera. You've just watched an empire crumble in real time. Power, fame, fortune, gone in a flash. One kiss. One headline. 1,000 consequences. This was Channel Name, serving you the truth, unfiltered and uncut. And just between us, that concert scandal?
It wasn't the end.
Oh no, it was the prologue. Buckle up. The real story's just getting started.